Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome to, I don't know, a reading. I know I'm being goofy. So yeah, I was moving, so there was a little bit of a pause in the readings, and I got an altar set up. So I think it's temporary. I don't know if it's going to stay or not, but I don't know. I had an interesting day and felt called to do a reading, so we're just going to sage a little bit, cleanse the energy. I have not read in this home yet before, but you know, hey, I will say the reading I did the last time was about I was using the cards from Barb. Those of you that watch my channel know who I'm talking about. Anyway, this is Barb's last heartbeat, her EKG, last heartbeat, and the nurse made it for my friend Laura, and Laura gifted it to me, and I treasure it, and I'm so glad it did not get broken in the move. But yeah, so Barb is with us, and it is I hate to say that Barb is the reason I'm here, because I don't really think that, but I do think that she had a lot to do with getting me here. And this space that I'm in now is just amazing. I won't bore you with the details, but I'm in a very welcoming, beautiful, spiritual community now, and although I miss the people from my past, I cherish them deeply. And I actually spent some time with someone from my past. Oddly enough, I was talking to him, and we kind of were going down memory lane and whatnot, and it seemed that he was actually the catalyst for my spiritual awakening. So you know who you are. We won't talk names here, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I got to meet his girlfriend. She's a beautiful woman, and really enjoyed getting to know her. And you know what? I was gonna use my mermaid cards, guys, but check this out. These cards are stuck and ripped. Oh, I'm sad. These are my original, the very first deck I ever got, my original mermaid cards, and my other cards that I normally use are all packed still. These were the ones I unpacked because I wanted them to be the first cards I used in my new home. And now I'm gonna be sad. No. Oh, let's see if I can make them work. Goodness. Oh, this makes me so sad. You guys have no idea. I mean, I have another deck of mermaid cards, so it's not a big deal, but these just, I don't know, they hold a special place in my heart. So yeah, that's upsetting. They must have gotten wet in the move somehow. But I mean, I don't know. They're still my favorite deck. I mean, look how worn these things are. Yeah, they're pretty out there. I don't know that. You know what? No, I'm not going to use these because I actually was second guessing myself. I pulled out this deck. It's called the Tarot of Wonderland. I'm gonna have to reach for it. Hold on, guys. This is gonna get weird. Okay, the Tarot of Wonderland. I kind of wanted to use this at first, and then I was being nostalgic about my mermaid cards, but it's this deck here, Barbara Moore. And so I guess the universe decided. These, oddly enough, are not. These are not messed up. Yeah, no, they're in pretty good shape. Sorry about the glare. I'm working with the lights. Like I said, it's complete temporary altar. These have not been shuffled ever, so I'm gonna spend some time chatting with you while I shuffle. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah, I got to visit with an old friend of mine today. Him and his girlfriend are in New Mexico, and yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun going down memory lane. It was fun getting to know her, hearing about their adventures, and they're living the dream, guys. I mean, how many people dream of just getting an RV and traveling, right? And that's what they're doing. And I think it's so cool, and I'm super happy for them. I think it's great that they're able to do that. And you know, we all pay our price for what it is we do or want to do or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just getting the Rumpelstiltskin saying from Once Upon a Time, magic always comes with a price, dearie. But yeah, so, which I guess might be appropriate that I'm using these cards, because there was a spin-off to that show that was Alice in Wonderland. So if you did ever watch Once Upon a Time and you enjoyed it and you didn't know about that, there's, I think, 1 or 2 seasons. It didn't stay on very long, but there was some of the same characters were in there, and it was really a cute show. So I would recommend you watch that. In fact, you know what? I might just rewatch it. I just got a TV in my house yesterday, and so, you know, I gave myself a week of unpacking before I decided to bring a TV into the mix. But at any rate, I'm babbling on and on, so let's get down to the reading, all right, shall we? Let's get the energy for today. Wow, that was quick. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this is balancing the resources, right? Making decisions, and you're juggling everything. Look at the cups in the water, and they're just bobbing up and down, but they're not drowning, right? And he's on one foot juggling, and it looks like he's juggling pocket watches. And that, to me, guys, this speaks of like juggling time. You know, I was talking with my friend Laura this morning about how or maybe it was yesterday morning, I can't remember, because we have coffee every morning, so it was a morning in the recent past. And we were saying how people forget to rest. You know, they're so busy doing things that they forget to rest and enjoy the fruits of their labor. And I feel like that's the current energy. I feel like it's, you know, you've been juggling time and resources and energy, because, you know, for me, Pentacles is time and energy, because I don't believe money is the end-all be-all resource, although it could be. But either way, it's juggling those resources and doing it well. I mean, he's doing it on one foot. He's definitely focused on that. And I noticed that it's his left palm that's open, so he's receiving. He's getting ready to receive. The action side is just kind of down a little bit, but and using that to balance himself, right? I don't know if you guys have ever tried to do a tree pose in yoga, but I am terrible at it. And you tend to use your arms, right? To balance, right? You got your arms out like that. But balancing those time and resources is the energy that we're in right now. I'll set that there. Tell me more about the balancing of resources. The High Priestess. So guys, this is your intuition. The number 2 card. Or 11. 11 or 2. I don't know. I guess it's 11. Nope, it's 2. We're going to go with 2. Yeah, no, it's the 2. So the High Priestess is, and notice how she's a queen behind there, but she looks like a little girl here. But she's a woman in the mirror. Right? Our intuition. You are everything that you think you are. And we were talking about that this morning too, about how people mirror to us, right? So when we start to get triggered, or we start to get really upset about what people are doing or saying or whatever, 9 times out of 10, guys, it's not what they're doing. It's being mirrored back to you to show you what you need to work on. And I feel like that's what this card is. So along with the juggling of the time and the energy and the resources and whatnot, it's things are getting mirrored back to you. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that those things that are triggering you are actually things that exist within you? If you keep yourself very busy and you don't want to look at it, and you don't want to do your shadow work, which if you're on my channel, you're doing shadow work, then you're going to miss it. And you're going to have to repeat cycles. And nobody wants to repeat cycles. I mean, that just sucks, right? But it is what it is. Tell me about this mirroring busy stuff. Tell me what do we need to know about all this? What do we need to know? Tell me what we need to know about all this. Tell me what we need to know. We need to know about the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is beautiful. 5 of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. Right, being completely left out in the cold, being shunned from the building, right, kicked out. In the reverse, what this is telling me is that being kicked out, being that black sheep of the family, is the biggest gift you'll ever get in your life. It truly is. Once you have figured out, slowed down long enough to do this shadow work, to notice what these things are, then you will come to realize that those things that you thought were you being ostracized or left out was actually a blessing. So a lot of the black sheeps in the family, guys, they're cycle breakers or generational karma breakers, whatever you want to call it. They're the ones that get shunned from the family, and they go down this spiritual path, and maybe they're not shunned, okay? Maybe it's not that way. This is how it happened for me. And you reach a boiling point, if you will, where you're just sick of it, and you're like, something's got to give. I got to do something different. And it was around that time when this friend that I went to see today entered my life. Actually, I think I met him because I locked myself out of my house. And he helped me break into my house when I first got it in Laughlin. But either way, really cool guy. And he helped me and started showing me some videos. And I went, like, I literally told him today, him and his girlfriend, I was like, yeah, I went down the rabbit hole, and I went really far down that rabbit hole. But I came back a little bit. You know, I'm doing more of the psychology, scientific thing now, but I still enjoy the rabbit hole, which, you know, oddly enough, Tarot of Wonderland, here we go. So yeah, knowing that being left out, guys, is a blessing. It's literally a blessing. Everything, you know, there was a quote by Paulo Coelho, who wrote The Alchemist, and the quote is, once you decide what you want, the universe just conspires to give it to you. So interesting. Think about that. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. So Wheel of Fortune, right? So you're on in the rat race, right? Everything changes, guys. That's the one thing you can count on, is everything's going to change. Is it good? It'll change. Is it bad? It'll change. It doesn't matter, because it's going to change. Everything changes, right? And I'm just noticing all the cards on here. A lot of aces. You know, ace up your sleeve. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're a gambler or a poker player, that might be something to think about. But the ace, you know, the cards are going to fall where they may, and it's always going to change. So know that things change, and accept that. Embrace that it changes, right? A lot of earth signs like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, they're really, really not okay with change. You know, they're slow and steady wins the race. And when it comes time for change, they get a little rattled, you know. And like, you know, I went through this big move. I've got a bunch of new people in my life. I've got a new job. I'm about to start a new school to get my bachelor's degree. And you know, everything changes, and it takes a minute to adjust to all those changes. So just know that, right? Followed by the Seven of Pentacles. Look at the Seven of Pentacles is all about the wealth of resources available to you. You know, and he's getting ready to paint those roses, because I think in the movie it was about she wanted the roses red, and they were coming up white for some reason. So she had the Seven of Spades, apparently. Well, Seven of Spades, painting all the white roses. Now, a black crow, to me, guys, that's always a messenger. And sevens are about choices, right? So you have a choice of how to spend your resources. How are you going to spend them? Because now with everything changing, it's time to figure out a whole new schedule, a whole new routine, if you will. And it can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming, but it'll become ritual and habit later, right? That's okay. So tell me the advice on this crazy energy that we have. The advice is the Three of Cups, community. You know, find your community, find your tribe, I know that's probably a politically incorrect word now, but find your community, find your circle, and celebrate with them, because they'll celebrate with you. And if they're not celebrating with you guys, they're not your people. Okay, if you come in, and we talked about this today too, you know, people come into luck, you know, I don't know, maybe you hit a jackpot at a casino, or you win a lottery, or some sort of something, right? Your dream comes true in some way, shape, or form. Those people that celebrate with you are your people. There's going to be people that celebrate with you only because they're trying to further their own interests. And those people can only fake it for so long. And my advice to my friends today was, you know, find your tribe, find your community, find your people, you know, your 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Probably you can count them on one hand. Find your people and keep those people close, and tell everybody else to go, you know, do whatever. Doesn't matter. No contact at all. Your community is going to be where it's at. And as humans, guys, I mean, we're literally designed as humans to want to be a part of a community. If you think about back in the caveman days, right? If you weren't part of the community, you pretty much weren't going to live, because the community is what kept you safe, right? And so we're hardwired to want to be a part of that community. And when we're not, it can be very triggering. It can be very scary. And you can actually blend, change yourself, not be your authentic self, to try to be a part, to fit into that community, just because, oops, camera struck, sorry guys. Just because you are hardwired that way. So keep that in mind. Know that the people that are celebrating with you truly in an integrity, in an integrity way? No. How do I want to say this? In a way that is indicative of integrity. You know, their intentions are pure. When their intentions are pure, those are your people. And those people change, right? Those people change because your vibration is what attracts you. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And as your vibration raises, your people are going to change. Or if your vibration lowers, your people are going to change, because you're going to attract that same energy with which you give off. So know that. That's your advice. Like, know that the people that are being put in your life are being put in there because your energies are matching now. And we got 3 cards upside down. 3 rabbit holes. They're all in the reverse. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Devil in reverse. So let's go through these one by one. So the 6 of Pentacles is about, what is it about? Oh my gosh, this is different. I guess being invited back to the party. And to me, it's like in the reverse is like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to be a part of that party anymore. Maybe I have found new people with which I want to be associated with. And I don't know why I'm having a brain cramp on 6 of Pentacles. That is crazy to me. Yeah, and I don't even have my cheat sheet around, so we're going to go with that. Ace of Wands in reverse. So that's new ideas, you know. And I'm just getting that song, Closing Time by Semisonic. Every new beginning is an old beginning's end. So your new ideas maybe are not so new anymore. You know, maybe you've acted on it. Oh, we're gonna move these cards here. Move over. There we go. And then our last card for the reading is the Devil in reverse. So those limiting beliefs that you're shedding are being shed. You know, this is your true authenticity. You have no more self-sabotage happening. And don't have any self-sabotage, actually, because this was the advice portion of the reading. So you know, yeah, I just totally had a complete brain cramp there. But the devil's all about self-sabotage. It can be attachments, okay? So you could be attached to people, you can be attached to things, you can be attached to substances. I'm a substance abuse counselor now, so that's a thing. But you become attached to these things, and then as you shed them and you find your authentic self, it can feel empty. I won't say lonely, but it feels empty, and that can be triggering. Because again, you know, we're wired for community. We don't want to be alone. We can be alone. We don't want to be alone. And what the Devil in reverse is saying is that you are finding your community that matches your authentic self. So that's going to be the way that we handle this abundance of changes, that the inevitable change and the feeling left out, right? Or not feeling left out, as the case may be. So yeah, I'm babbling now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card to finish it off, and we'll do the after reading, which should be interesting. But one last piece of advice for the collective. Let's see what we got here. I don't know why I'm having such a brain cramp on these cards, guys. It's so weird, but either way, everything happens for a reason. Nothing is by accident. That's for sure. I am going to go look up the 6 of Pentacles after, though. I don't know why I had a brain cramp on that. So, advice. I can expand time when I'm inspired. So think about it, guys. Think about how time moves different, right? When you're on vacation, time flies. When you're at work, time drags. So I can expand time. You can make it last when you're inspired to do so. When you are in the flow of things, you lose time altogether. When you are, you'll hear athletes say that, or musicians or something, when they're in the flow or in the zone. You can put yourself there, guys, with whatever that fulfills you. And then every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. And that's true, guys. Your cells will entrain, which means that they will, how do I want to explain this? Entrain. So think of a pendulum. If you do the pendulum and it goes out of whack, there's like 5 balls and a string, and it goes out of whack, eventually they all come back together. That's called entrain, because the energy moves them collectively. I hope that made sense to you guys. Anyway, your cells will entrain to that positive thought, but it will also entrain to the negative thoughts. So be very careful with that. Keep your thoughts positive. And then for the end, all that I need is coming to me in ways I could have never imagined. Again, the universe conspires to give you what you want. You just don't understand it, because the universe can see the big picture and you're just seeing one puzzle piece of it. So keep that in mind. Know that everything that you do that happens to you, for you, and with you is happening in your best and highest good. Always is, always was. I'll give you a good example. I thought I wanted to be a teacher when I started school. And then I decided I wanted to be a sociologist. And then I decided I wanted to be a social worker. And then I decided I wanted to be a therapist. And the job I ended up with combines all 4 of those. I'm teaching group classes in my job, and so that I'm a teacher. I am working with substance use disorder, so I am, giving a level of therapy there, and using my sociology and social work skills to help women coming out of prison to get on their feet. So there's that. The universe is always conspiring to give you what you want, and when it puts it all together, it's actually pretty freaking amazing when you can look back on the journey and put all the pieces together. It's really kind of neat. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We'll talk soon. Love and light. Hey, guys. How's it going? So it's the after reading. You know how it goes. So normally I would watch the entire reading and write down a bunch of stuff. And I think even the last one I got super academic on it. And I don't know. I didn't feel like I needed to do that this time. I did have a couple of names, I guess. Barb was the name that was significant. And the camera shook. Go back and watch when it shook, because I think I was talking about changing and how change is inevitable and so forth. But go back and check that out. And really what I want you guys to do this time is to watch it and then go back and rewatch it, kind of like I do, and then see what you see. Our intuition is our biggest gift. Ooh, there's a mosquito on me. Sorry. The mosquitoes are insane out here right now, and oh my god, they're driving me crazy. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, maybe the little vampires, bloodsuckers, who knows, I don't know. Eat a lot of garlic. I tried it doesn't work. Anyway, yeah, so kind of a different after reading. I had an interesting day, like I was talking about in the reading, and it was not my normal Sunday. I was gone all day. Took the dog with me all day. She's wiped out over there, and so I'm a bit wiped out myself. So I'm gonna let you guys figure this one out on your own and see what you see in the videos, and comment. Tell me what you saw. Tell me what you think. Tell me what came to you. Because at the end of the day, guys, every message we see is meant for us. Our spirit guides will talk to us in our language. So I can sit here and give you a bunch of things that mean something to me, and they may not mean crap to you. So bottom line is, what does it mean to you? Because the universe is always conspiring to give you what you want. So be careful with what you wish for, because you just might get it. I'm going to leave it there. You guys take care. Just love and light.